anytime, anywhere. Access inspiration that never switches off. Stuck in traffic? Elevate your mood and own the moment. Just looking busy? Make every second count. Tap into Kingdom content instead. One tap, instant power, real transformation. Download the Elevate TV app now, exclusively on Google Play.
Elevate TV, advancing Kingdom lifestyle.
Hello and praise the Lord. What a wonderful evening to be with you again, my viewer. This is Encourage a Pastor. Every time we believe the man of God needs to be encouraged, needs to be strong, and everyone who is involved in the work of the Lord. The devil is a liar. He has no power, he has no strength to tamper with what God has started. The Bible says what the Lord started is able to accomplish. And I am here, your host today, Bishop Sam MAINGI, standing in for Apostle Juma as we encourage you wherever you are. Call a friend, call a relative, call a minister you work with, tell your members to watch tonight's program. It's going to be very important for any organization or even congregation. We are so grateful to the Lord for giving us an opportunity in Elevate TV, and so we are live on all social media platforms. You can go to your YouTube, you can go to your Facebook, and tag your friend. We are Elevate TV on all social medias. We want to hear you. We want to see what the Lord is doing in your life while we are still speaking. Jesus said, the words I speak are life and spirit. And so I believe as we minister tonight, as we share tonight, there is life and the Spirit of God is flowing. And so tonight, I'm so much excited to be joined with a friend of mine who has ever been in this studio talking about wisdom and a lot of experience in the ministry. And so as you listen to him, I know you're going to catch something that will change your life. And this is none other than Bishop Dr. Ignatius Nyaga. Man of God, we are excited to have you. So, karibu sana.
Thank you.
I want you just to greet our viewer and just give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Wow. Good evening, viewer. My name is Bishop Dr. Ignatius Nyaga. I'm minister with Church International, CCI. I am based in Ruiru, giving leadership to Nairobi North Diocese. I also serve with the Life Ministry for the last 35 years, and I give leadership to Nairobi region, which extends to Kajiado and Machakos in terms of church planting and church multiplication. I am married to Pastor Astrid, and we're blessed with 4 sons and 3 daughters-in-law and 5 grandchildren. I'm excited to be here.
Wow. We are talking to a grandfather. And
oh,
not
yes.
only aged in years, but also in ministry. You just mentioned something to do with life ministry.
Yes.
And you said you're in charge of Nairobi, Kajiado.
Yeah.
But I think there's a time back there you were working in a wider region, I think in Africa or something.
Yeah, I did. I was the director for Global Church Movement. That's a department that works with the church. I was in charge of 24 countries, Southern and Eastern Africa, including Indian Ocean countries. And I did that for 6 years. And then I did 2 years as a resource mobilization director for 24 countries.
You've just gone ahead of me.
Wow.
Tonight we are blessed to have Dr. Ignatius Nyaga. Indeed, he's going to be talking to us about resources mobilization in ministry. Resources mobilization in ministry. And it's so nice that I'm talking to the right person. You've done that for 2 years. You've done it also all your years in your local church, and also in respective leadership platforms that the Lord has given you.
And in life ministry, I've done for 35 years.
Wow.
Because when you join as a staff, you are trained on how to raise your personal support. For you to get a salary, you are not given a salary by the life ministry, but they train you how to raise your salary. So I've done that for 35 years.
I think life ministry needs to adopt all pastors before they start ministry. Because servant of God, I think that is the biggest challenge in our lives. Every pastor, if you ask them to write their needs, their problems, their challenges, their devils, they will actually write number 1, money. Number 2, money. They will put something else, maybe number 10. And so I believe that the Lord is going to use you to talk to us on resources mobilization or resource mobilization. You can always call it resources or resource, but in the ministry or else in the church. So what is this animal? Resource mobilization. What does that mean?
First of all, a resource could be finances, all people, human beings. So you can develop, raise human beings to build your capacity for ministry.
Yeah.
That's why you take people to Bible school. They are developed in this area, to build their capacity.
Yeah.
But also now, these other aspect of resource mobilization is the financial aspect. And this is that act of knowing how to raise money for the ministry. It involves a number of things, but that act. It's not magic, but you need to understand what all it entails. You can be able to bring in the resources for ministry.
I tend to think then that is the most important thing amongst many things that people are exposed to. They need to know how to mobilize resources, or how to develop, how to gather resources for the work of the ministry. It is in the Bible, it is everywhere, in the secular activities, that you can bring resources together and you do a big thing for the Lord. I want you to know, child of God, you could be having a vision, you could be having a dream, you could be having a certain project, something that the Lord has put in your life, a burden. But you need to know that you may not be able to do it by yourself. You may not achieve it by yourself. You need to know there are many people who want to accomplish that with you, and there is enough money for that work to be accomplished. Our God is not tempting God always to your vision that He has given you. He wants to give you a vision, and then He wants that vision to be accomplished. The reason is because He also wants to work with you and other people. God may not, He will not come down to do the work for you. He will wait for you to involve other people and yourself also to have strategies of bringing together money or people for the work. But tonight, Dr. we want to talk about more about money.
All right.
I think the last time you were here, we were talking about church growth. And when I asked you the first question, what it takes, or who is the principal person, you said the first person is I. And you talked about I need to develop myself and relate and work on my relationship with God. I can never forget that. But today we are talking about money. Do you believe that pastors have an idea about raising money for the work of the ministry? Do you believe they have embraced, especially in Africa? Do you think that pastors are have an idea about availability of resources, or they have a misconception that there is no money. I have to pray. Others believe you have to pray for money to fall from heaven. Don't you think there is a problem in the church?
Most pastors that I've met in Kenya and outside Kenya, most of them believe there is a lot of challenges in terms of resources, financial resources in Africa and in Kenya. And sometimes when they get hooked to a guy from western part of this world, they think money comes from that end. But you know what? God provides resources, financial resources for the ministry where you are. The world is still global. It's global, and you can still get resources from all over the world.
Yeah.
But there are resources to do ministry right where a pastor is. So sometimes there's misconception.
Yes.
Thinking that maybe there's no money here, maybe money is elsewhere.
There is no money where you are. And maybe somebody feels that is disadvantaged to be where they are. They wish to move, they wish to shift, they wish to travel farther than where they are. Some people think in the cities, that's where money is. Others think the money is in abroad. And I think that is a big misconception. Dr. Nyaga says money is where you are. And I believe so. Because God cannot just start something that he cannot finance.
Correct.
Yeah. And so when we say money is where we are, can you help us to see it? Because that is why we are here. This is Encourage a Pastor. And I know there is a pastor right now who is asking, where is it? He's even opening his eyes to look for it now. Where is the money?
Money is in God. But then God works with you as a partner for you to be able to raise the finances that are required for his work. So there is partnership there. So when you think about raising money, you don't think about donors. You think of partners. Donors is like people who just give some donation of blood. They don't care what happens with that blood. But for you to raise resources, you need to understand and have a mind shift. You're not looking for donations or donors. You're looking for partners, people who can hold hands with you, to work with you, invest in the vision. It's actually money follows the vision and not the vice versa.
Wow, that is
so
powerful.
if you don't have a vision, finances will not follow you. So it begins with you. What is your vision in God's work that God has called you? So in wherever you are, what is the vision for that we want to accomplish?
Yeah.
In partnership with God. So God himself will draw resources to that vision.
Yes.
Obvious, there are other things that are required. One, you need to change your attitude.
Okay, changing your attitude. From what to what?
From believing that you are not a beggar, that you are an opportunity giver. You know, when you go out to raise money, somebody may see you as like you are begging. You know, you say, oh, you know, and then when you are raising money, you don't begin by sharing your needs like you are complaining. So you don't begin by saying,
like you are crying.
Like you are crying, I need school fees for children, I need food, I need this, I need rent for the plot I have, the church, I need. Don't begin from there, but you begin from sharing the vision. So sometimes our attitude becomes negative when you see yourself like people see you as you are begging. So you need to change from that. You are not actually a beggar. You are giving people an opportunity to be blessed by God when they partner with you in the vision that God has put in your heart and that you are leading that particular time. So attitude. Actually, attitude is very key.
Yeah.
Let me share with you more about that. Attitude is, if you look at get A up to Z, A, B, C, D to Z. Say A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3. Like that, those letters. Up to 26, Z. Now, if you get the word hard work, you write hard work, and then you take H has got what value along those numbers I said. A, R, D, and then W, O, R, K. If you total that, does not give you 100%. If you write prayer, and then you say P, R, A, and then you put those values of those numbers.
Yes.
You got my point?
Yes.
Then that does not end up to 100%. If you take the word knowledge, okay, those letters in the knowledge does not end up to 100%.
Yes.
But if you get the word attitude, so A, T, if you add those numbers, they goes to 100. So the first thing that you need is to have the right attitude of raising resources. You are not a beggar.
Yeah.
You are giving people an opportunity to partner with you that God will bless them.
Wow, that is mind. It is waking us up to think that it's only the word attitude that can go to 100%. So what you need to change is your attitude. Somebody said the only disability in man is wrong attitude. The only disability in man is wrong attitude. I met with a pastor the other day, a friend of mine, and he needed some cash to do something noble for the ministry. Actually, he's going for a mission, and he was asking money. He was requesting in a very apologetic way. And we sat down with him, and I told him, man of God, why are you so apologetic? And you are doing something that is noble. And I sat down with him discussing about resource mobilization for the work of the ministry. And he told me it's like a dawn to him. Right now, he's almost getting there, whatever he needed to do. And I think what you're saying, Dr. it's true that we need to change our attitude. At the first place, you don't need to be apologetic. But again, Dr. Nyaga is telling us that please put down your vision. Put down where you are going. Tell us when you can show us where you are going, then we are able to follow you. You cannot ask us for money for something we can't see, we can't imagine. That's powerful. How do we draw the picture to people? What do we do to show people where we are going? How do you show people a vision, and it is within your mind or within your heart? How do you make it known to people?
As you talk about vision, vision is a mental picture of a complete idea, either 3, 5, 10 years. So you're seeing a complete picture of your life tomorrow or of your ministry. Now, vision is very important. You know why? Can you get lost if you don't know where you're going?
Yeah, if you don't know where you're going, you can get lost.
How? And you don't know where you're going? I mean, how can you get lost and you don't know where you are going?
When you don't know where you are going, anywhere you go is a destination.
Exactly. and any road will take you there.
It will take you where you're going.
So you cannot get lost.
Yes.
If you don't know where you are going.
Yes.
So even in resource mobilization, you must know why you need that money, how much you need that money, and what will it take for you to be able to raise that money, where this money is going to come from. So you need to have a clear plan of raising those resources. It is not at once.
So are there ABCDs of showing people where I'm going?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Maybe you can share with us briefly one or two ways of giving people a picture of where I am going, the vision that I have.
Depending on what God has put in your heart and in your mind where you want to go, in terms of ministry,
Yes.
one of the things that are very critical, you need to have friends and partners. So you need to invest in raising friends. It is not fundraising. It is not fundraising. It is friend raising. It's not fundraising.
Just wait.
It's friend raising.
Before I think about money, I need to think about my friends.
Yes.
And before I go to them to ask them for money,
Yes.
I need to have worked on that relationship
First.
So somebody that does, it means tomorrow somebody should not just wake up and they start bringing us cards.
It doesn't work.
You know, Dr. I have had a challenge. I don't know about you, man of God, or any other father or mother there who is watching this program. I've had a challenge of every day seeing a new wall created of WhatsApp, and I'm there. Every day somebody writing me an SMS, I'm doing a wedding. I don't even know them. They have never even greeted me. I mean, somebody just calls me. I have a pre-wedding tomorrow. He has never talked to me. He just heard this is so-and-so. Have you ever found yourself in such a situation?
Yeah, and when people ask you money without a relationship, but they haven't developed a relationship, the person who is being asked money for sees himself or herself as an ATM. You know, it's like, you know, you want to press here and then you get 2,000. It doesn't work that way. You need to invest in building relationships.
Thank you.
Before you ask me.
Building relationships.
Yeah, building relationships.
After building the relationship.
And they're expensive.
You still want us to dwell on that.
And
it's expensive.
It's expensive.
To build a relationship.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's expensive.
I agree.
Now, when you do that, even in the context of discipleship, people whom you have touched in ministry are likely people to support your vision.
Can you tell us whether, and this is a very technical question, whether temperaments affect this kind of work?
Not really.
We have people who don't talk to people, and when you ask them, they tell you that's how I am. So I tend to think somebody needs to work on his personality again.
God uses you the way you are.
Okay.
Because we are wired differently.
You can always attract people.
Yes.
The way you are.
Yeah, if you speak slowly, God has wired you. There's grace the way you are to get to attract resources. But
so you should not hide the personality.
Don't hide the personality.
Yes.
Yeah, don't hide there.
Yeah.
Then after building relationships, then you need to look at biblical basis for support.
Okay.
What does the Bible say about resources? That is going to help you changing your attitude. For example, you need to understand that according to Psalms 24 verse 1, everything in this world belongs to God.
Yes.
So when you are challenging me to support God's initiative, actually, you are going to use the resources that God has given you to bless and to support that work. So changing your mindset in terms of resources is very, very important. So again, after you have done that, then there is the praying. You asked me about the steps.
Yes.
I talked about, you know, there is the aspect of praying. That God may give you names. God will drop some names in your mind when you are sitting and praying.
Lest you go to people and everybody you go to is stuck on something.
Exactly. So when you spend some time in prayer, God will help you to get that name and name and name. And then from there, as God drops you the names, you just write them down. And by the way, people wonder, where do I get partners from? Where are these people?
I think we want to get to that.
You get that.
Yeah.
But prayer is very key. When you've changed your mind to the scripture, then you have also continued to invest in friendship. I said it is friend raising, not fundraising. going to the next step.
Yes.
The other step is brainstorming.
Brainstorming.
You get a notebook, you have prayed, and there you are seated, and God started giving you some names, and you are writing down the names.
Yeah.
Write it down. That's called brainstorming. Now, don't think at that point how much Ignatius will give, or how much Sam will give, or how much so-and-so will give.
Yes.
As God gives you the name, just write them down as they come. And they said according to the research,
Yes.
if you want to raise, if you're targeting some amount of money, it's only a third of the people that you challenge will respond.
Yes.
Yeah, a third will respond.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. So again, don't be discouraged when you get into the field, into the job of raising resources.
Yeah.
Because some places you get a no, other places you get a wait, other times you get a yes. And sometimes even without even asking someone, God might prompt someone from somewhere and say, hey, Bishop Sam, I would like to invest in your ministry.
Yeah.
How can I support you? So there's the going, but also God is able, after you are praying, to put a burden in some people that know you, to be able to give support towards what you are doing.
Wow.
So it is two-way. But I like the asking.
Yes.
The ASK.
Yes.
The asking, the seeking, and the knocking.
That is the word of God.
Yes, that's the word of God.
This is Encourage a Pastor, and I welcome you to be part of this conversation. Please talk to us on our social media. We are on Elevate TV on all our social handles. You can talk to us, you can encourage somebody, you can share the link with a friend, let them know what is happening. We are getting powerful statements here. It is not about fundraising, it is about friends raising. You need to invest in your friends, and then you are going to pray. It is not just a carnal work. As a man of God, as a child of God, that department, that ministry, that vision that you have can grow to monumental levels if you are going to have good friends, and again, if the Lord is going to lead you. And don't forget, your vision must be very clear. You need to draw to us and tell us where you are going. Wow, this is so powerful.
Yeah.
What about, as you talk to us, I want you just to mention something about internal resource mobilization, just for 30 seconds.
In the church or within the country?
Within the church.
Within the church.
Yes.
Again, in the church there are systems.
Yes.
That you have put.
Yes.
As a pastor, don't jump out and say, hey, I want to buy that plot. I want
Yes.
to build that cathedral. I want to buy that car.
Yes.
Since God has given you a team of leaders,
Yes.
God gives you a vision.
Yes.
Come down, sit with your leaders.
Hold it there. Don't just wake up and think of anything. Share with the people who are within the leadership, and they are going to help you get there. This is Encourage a Pastor. What a blessing to have Dr. Nyaga with us. He's breaking it down to us. A man with experience of over 35 years doing resource mobilization. Stay tuned. In the next session, he's going to tell us his own personal experiences, how he has been able to jungle around and then make it this far. What a blessing. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This August, history is being made at Life Church International, Kasarani. From Friday 22nd to Sunday 24th, 2025, join host pastors James and Patience Kimathi for the grand opening of our new sanctuary. Be part of 3 days of prophetic encounters, apostolic impartation, powerful worship, and joyful celebration. Ministering will be Apostle David and Pastor Asunta Juma, and all the Seattle, USA, Reverend Ruth Ngigi. Leading us in glorious worship will be Jane Aller. Join us on Friday 22nd for Prophetic Decrees, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday 23rd, Apostolic Impartation, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday 24th, Sunday service, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the official launch, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Life Church International, Kasarani. Arise, O Lord, to your rest.
There's no nation, no town, no city without fathers.
Being a Holy Spirit driven church is New Testament.
The quality of the message, it was based in Acts chapter 2.
And I took my Bible and I went from street to street. Is anybody dead here?
We never met those miracles a reason to appeal for money or to be known. No.
Tracing the Mantles is a program whose core is to identify mantle carriers from our fathers.
That Catholic woman stood and he was sliding everywhere. He said, oh yes, now this is the black Catholic woman.
But these are not only mantles, but spiritual authorities that have paid the cost, stood the test of time.
You are given 6 hours to leave the country.
And made lots of sacrifices for the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Many of us invested in the school, college, university ministry.
But these are not only mantles, but spiritual authorities.
One of the things that bring revival in this country is the power of the Holy Spirit, the presence of the Holy Spirit.
Catch Tracing the Mantles every Sunday from 8:30, hosted by Pastor Sunda Juma, only on Elevate TV.
Anytime, anywhere. Access inspiration that never switches off. Stuck in traffic? Elevate your mood and own the moment. Just looking busy? Make every second count. Tap into kingdom content instead. One tap, instant power, real transformation. Download the Elevate TV app now. Exclusively on Google Play.
Wow, what a blessing. It's such an exciting evening as I discuss here with Dr. Ignatius Nyaga. We are on an Encourage a Pastor program, and this program has been a blessing to many people. Please don't forget that you can link up somebody by just throwing that link to them and telling them Encourage a Pastor is on. We've just had our first session, which was quite encouraging. What a blessing to hear what it takes to become somebody who is influential and can change your area of ministry by resource mobilization. Now, my name is Bishop Sam MAINGI. I'm sitting for Apostle Juma. And this night, I have just encouraged some few people and talk to you through the social media by telling you to share. And people are really sharing, people are really commenting, people are coming through. God bless you. Karen Mwihaki, you are following the conversation. Pastor Mary, you are watching and getting blessed. That's my wife. Cecilia Mumo following keenly. Caroline Kalu following. Apostle Francis Odhiambo says, my mentor, I learned from you how to raise resources for ministry, and I believe you are excelling, my brother. Philip Apollo, you're following. Masi Mwenda, you're following. James Chege Muchoki, thank you. Pastor Jimmy is saying friend raising and not fundraising. Eric, thank you for watching. James again is also commenting there. Please continue talking to us on our Facebook, on our YouTube, and tell us what you are getting out of this program. The aim is to encourage you. This is Encourage a pastor. And before I stopped you, man of God, we had just started talking about raising funds within.
Yeah.
Because you started very well by saying resources are where you are. And so some people have 20 members, have like 30 members, others have 1,000 members. But I've seen somebody with many members, but he doesn't know how to mobilize resources. Others have few members and they know how to, and they are excelling. It is said that some abroad churches with 50 members can bring help to Kenya or Africa, while a church of 1,000 members in Africa may not even do anything to their own pastor to further the vision. I was just reading 1 Corinthians chapter 16, and I heard Paul challenging the members, and he was saying, now concerning the collections for the saints, as I have given orders to the church of Galatia, so you must do also. On the first day of the week, he's telling them, let each one of you lay something aside, storing up as he may prosper, that there be no collections when I come. He's saying, leteni pesa kabla nikuje, tusianze kuitisha pesa nikikuja. We don't need to fundraise when I come. Collect the funds, and when I come, whomever you have approved by your letter, I will send to bear gift to Jerusalem. He's talking about resource mobilization from the local church. Do we need to talk to pastor and tell them that they have money there and they need to be open and they need to work in collaboration with their leaders?
Yes, that's true. There is money in that local church.
Yes.
And God has given you members and leaders in that church. So you begin by, you have a vision, share your vision with them, and then, a vision, when you have a vision, you need to develop a goal out of a vision. From the goal, you develop objectives. Objectives, these are like activities that you will do to achieve your goal that leads you to your vision. So this vision is to be broken into goals and then objectives. Now these objectives are the ones that say, if for us to do this, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? So I need 300,000. I need 500,000. So you need to break that. So when do you need that money? Then you break. So, but then you need to sit with your team and discuss, how do we achieve that goal of 300,000, of 1 million, or whatever goal that you have for a particular project, so that the ownership will start. So if there's no ownership, then the pastor will stand alone and say, we are trusting God for 1 million or 300,000 or 500,000. But these guys here in the leadership, they are wondering because they have not even owned the vision. So it begins by them owning the vision.
Yes.
And then from there, you make it clear. Now, when you are sharing the vision with your leaders, you must have internalized that vision. Remember, we said you prayed about it. You heard from God. So you internalize the vision so that when you are sharing, it's not something that you have been told by someone. It is your vision internalized. It's very clear. You
can always give details about it.
You can give the details about that. It's very clear.
Yes.
So that's the beginning point. And then from there, you map up the plan of how to reach there. Yeah.
I think that is very clear, that you need to be very clear about where you are going and share with the people the vision and give them objectives, how to, and it's going to be easy for you. I mean, don't stay getting stuck and the work is not yours. The work belongs to the Lord. He is the one who gives the vision, and when he gives the vision, is able to provide. I think you started also very well by saying that resources follow vision.
Yes.
But it is never vice versa.
Yeah.
Vision does not follow resources. Don't just wake up and say, I need this money for this and that. But you need to first have a vision. Pray that God may show you where you are going, and then again He's going to give you people, and those people you'll be able to share with them and draw the idea to them. This is Encourage a Pastor. I want to believe you are encouraged and you are seeing the light, and you can see it is very possible for you to move to the next level. Please don't just watch this alone. Share with somebody else, and let's walk along together. I have a question. Man of, you wanted to say something before I ask you.
And Bishop Sam,
yes,
we are talking about the vision.
Yes,
of where you want to go.
Yes,
then you need to write your vision down.
Yes, yes,
and incorporate your people in owning the vision. So together you can go together. I read a book that said 3% think, write, and do.
3% think,
write, and do. 10% think they don't write, but they do. And then he says, the 3% who think, write, and do accomplish 50% more than the 10% who think they don't write, but they do. Now, 3 plus 10, 13. Then he says, 87%, they don't know where they are coming from, where they are, and where they are going. So we need to be very articulate.
Yes.
When we get a vision, write it down. Even Habakkuk talks about writing your vision in big numbers, in big letters.
Yeah.
So that people can come and run with it.
Sure.
So as we get the vision of where we want to go in terms of how much money we need to raise for a particular project, those things should be written down systematically and be able to follow and move.
I feel like saying how pastors say in the church on Sunday, ask your neighbor, have you written what you are thinking about? Have you written it anywhere? Because you may fall on the wrong category of those people who will never accomplish anything. God help us here. There's a pastor who shared, a brother who shared with me an unfortunate thing that happened in their church, that they were buying a mission car, and that mission car for the pastor, they bought it many times. They bought it the first time, it was never bought. It was the second time, it was when they buy something else, again he buys a second-hand old car, something like that. He told me up to today the man doesn't have a good car, so he can still not do much with the car as far as ministry is concerned. Do you think there are some challenges that people face as they do resource mobilization, and then they become a challenge to them to make steps forward?
There's something that we call in fundraising professional integrity. When you are raising funds, they're supposed to be for that particular project. If you raise money for a keyboard, that money should go straight to the keyboard. If it's money for the guitar, that money should go straight to the guitar. Now, if this pastor is buying a car, we need to interrogate whether he could have felt led to invest some of that money in something else.
So
and then
that is integrity.
That's integrity, professional integrity. So when you're raising money for a car, it should be money for the car. Now, obvious.
What if somebody dies?
Obvious.
Or a house gets burned?
Obvious. You know, you've got a leadership team.
Yes.
And it's good to set aside money for, you don't use resources for this project to another project. Actually, maybe I'll come to that later, but if somebody gives you 100,000 or 50,000 for something, and you spend 40,000, the professional integrity I'm talking about is going back to the same person and say, hey, you gave me 50,000, but I've already spent 40,000 and the project is complete. What do I do with 10,000
Wow.
that has remained?
I think now
from the
that's
40?
where the catch is.
Now, this person, when given 50,000,
yeah,
will see that this man of God, this woman of God,
is
trustworthy, has got integrity. And this person will say, hey, use that money the way you desire.
I think I have ever had a problem.
And that can increase your support from that particular partner.
I think I've ever had a problem, and it's good today I confess.
Okay.
With my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time I ask her for money, she hardly says she has money. And sometimes I can see she has money.
Okay.
So when I insist, she's very open to tell me, I have this 1,000, and this 1,000 is for this. This is not even mine. It's for my friends, for Chama, or for certain contribution. And I think that is what we call integrity. But I'm wondering, what if I also become a man of integrity also? Because I think men are loose with, they can use anybody's money to sort issues. But ladies will not. They will only use money for specific issues. You ask them, do you have money? I don't have. When you follow, you see 1,000, this is for my tithe. This is for my Chama, this for this. I think that is integrity, and we are learning here. So I'm also learning from my wife that I need to be taking care of money for specific things.
That's right.
That is great, man of God. And I think this is what prompted you to write a powerful book. I just came across this book, and when I was going through it, I was amazed. I was amazed. This is a powerful book that every minister needs to get. Funding your ministry.
Yes.
And it asks, what does it take?
Yes.
What does it take? I just found this book, and it challenged me when I was reading it. And there's a chapter number 7, you've talked about partners. Where do you get partners for the ministry? I think maybe before you go, you may not be able to talk about everything about this book, but you're able to just handle that juju, just touch it. Where do you get partners? Somebody, you said not donors, but somebody who can walk a long journey with you. Where are they? I need them.
Partners. I said partners are friends.
Wow.
That's what I said, that you need to, it's fundraising, not fundraising.
Yes.
Now, where are these friends? Friends are in your phone book.
Okay.
Yeah, those people, those friends in your phone book, those are your friends. They know you.
I think
that is where
you need to take us back.
That's a pool of your partners.
You need to take us back and tell us also about friends, because I could be having so many friends who may not take me anywhere. I think that's another study anyway. Just continue.
But to increase your pool of friendship, there are guys that you went to school with. You are with them in college. Or you served with them in a short-term project. Or you went for missions, or you know, when you are growing up, and even before you went into that direction that you are in. There are people maybe that you have mentored, you have maybe a best couple to some people, you discipled some people, you led to Christ some people, and you followed them up and you build them up, and they see you as a spiritual authority, as their spiritual father. You know, there are those guys that maybe you worked with or you work with before you resigned to do what you are doing now. So those are circles of friends whom you can talk to about a particular project. And because they are your friends, they will definitely come in, because they are coming in as friends.
That is powerful. I will go and check, and I think I need to audit my phone book.
You talk about some friends who are not useful. There are people who always say, please call me. They are the ones with a need. Please call me. You know, there are people who are like ticks. They just want to suck from you instead of adding value. It's good to.
Are those good partners?
No. You need to check it through and see whom do I have that is adding value into what I'm doing.
Sure.
Yeah. Some guys don't even buy you a cup of tea. Every time you meet with them, they want you to pay for the bill. You're wondering, is this a good partner?
They cannot make a good partner.
They cannot make a good partner.
Yeah.
But partners are people who are willing to sacrifice.
I think, Dr. Nyaga, you are making it very simple for us, because before we started this program or today's discussion, I was thinking of how you are going to help me get some wazungus, how you are going to help me get some, you know, people from far, rich, people from the moon, you know. It's amazing that partners are just my friends, are my family members, are people we schooled with, people I bested in the wedding, or people who are in my family circle. And I think that makes it easy for anybody to mobilize resources. Maybe before we wind up this program, Dr. Nyaga, you've mentioned you have 35 something years of resources mobilization in the ministry. Are you willing to share with us some of your personal experiences of fundraising or maybe resource mobilization?
Sure. One of the things that we were taught when we joined Life Ministry in 1990 is having faith in God.
Yes.
And then taking initiative to go and challenge your people. But before you challenge them, you need to have a support goal. So how much do you need to raise? And then breaking down your support goals into different portions. And then from there, categorizing, writing down the list of your friends and categorizing, like, you see, these friends, how much can they give if they are challenged? How much can they give they have challenged? How much can they give their challenge? So there's people that you can challenge to give 10,000 every month, or 5,000 every month, or 3,000 every month, or 1,000 every month. Now, maybe you've got 5 people giving 10, then you know that's a 50. You're working on your support goal. You've got 20 giving 5, that's 100. You have got 50 giving 3, that's 150. Then you have got these other guys giving 2. If your support goal was 200,000 every month, that's how you think. And then from there, we were taught how that money will come in and how to raise that money, because it begins by explaining what is the problem that you are trying to solve. What is the problem that you are looking money for to address? It begins with a problem. That problem needs a partner. So that there must be a way that this person you are talking to sees how he or she is playing part in helping you, in partnering with you to solve this problem.
And so do you have an experience of your own?
Oh yes. I had some negative and bad experiences. There are some people that are close friends of mine. I thought if I ask them to support me, they will. And some of them turned me down. One of them told me, so how do I benefit from supporting you? I'll better support my local church pastor. You know, if I want to marry you, not to marry me, or if I die, you don't.
Which is true.
Yeah, I mean, if I get children, you don't bless my children.
Yeah.
So you see, they have got good reasons of not supporting.
Yeah.
But even some never gave reasons. But they say, hey, but why are you behaving like a beggar? Why don't you go and look for a job? Just go and work instead of asking people to support you. So I had such challenges. But also there are some people, when I share the vision, they say, yes, I want to be part of that. 2 years ago, a friend of mine wrote me an email and asked me, Ignatius, do you have any need?
That can wake you up.
That woke me up.
Yeah.
And then I wrote an email. I said, yes, I need money to buy my wife a car. Because we have one car. I am using one car. I said, I need money to build a prayer center. So I said, hey, I need 3 million. I need 1 million for my wife's car. So
2 million for the prayer center.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the following morning, I slept, and then that couple sent an email, and I said, I've transferred money into the ministry account, the Life Ministry account. to build a prayer center, to buy a car for my wife. When I want to buy a laptop, I just tell people, hey, my partners who have worked with me. You see, there is raising finances is like cultivating. You need to cultivate. It's like farming, not like hunting. You know, if you hunting is, you need money. It's like you're going to the bush, you're shooting. No, you need money. I need this money. So that's the wrong concept of fundraising.
But fundraising is a process.
It's a process. So you plant, you nurture this tree. The tree grows.
You weed.
You
spray.
Grows, and then it will start bearing fruits.
Yeah.
What is nurtured, what is cultivated, you are able to now enjoy the fruit. For our friend for over 30 years.
Wow.
So you see, working with someone, now we maintain also, when you get a partner, you maintain those partners.
Yeah.
By keeping them through the newsletters and checking them on them and communicating with them frequently.
And
SMS,
being accountable also.
You know, giving them gifts, you know, when they are sick, praying with them, visiting them, just building relationship with your friends and partners. That's why I said it is expensive, it requires some investment.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is exciting to know that it is possible for somebody to put money in your account. But remember, it is started by you having integrity and having a vision, drawing the vision, and always updating your people about what you are doing. This is Encourage a Pastor, and today we have Dr. Nyaga, who is helping us to go through all this. Man of God, we are really blessed. Please don't forget to share this with your friends. Just pick that link from YouTube, from Facebook, Elevate TV, and share with somebody. Make them know that they cannot fail in their project, in their vision, and the burden that the Lord has put in their hearts. Man of God, you are so much encouraged. I just want you to handle a small thing before I let you go.
Okay.
I've seen you do many things as a person. I've seen you write books. I've seen you sell books. I've seen you do projects like school. You are a preacher, but you are so hard working at your age. The other day you told me you sleep very early, but you wake up very early.
Yes.
So that you told me we can always talk from 4 a.m., which I love so much.
Yes.
And I've tried it and I've found you awake.
Yes.
So I noticed you are a very hard-working man. What about people who don't want to work? They only want to pray and fast, and they believe God will touch somebody from somewhere. And sometimes it happens. What would you say about ministry and work for a few minutes?
The theology of work.
What is that?
Paul says, if you don't work, you don't even deserve to eat.
I thought preaching is work.
God has given us, you know, Paul was a tent maker.
Yes.
You may find pastors they've got very small congregations, and what they get from that church are not able to support them.
Sure.
So, and then they are going to Heaven's Gate to pray or Catoloni. Things don't work that way.
Yeah.
Or they become busybodies.
Yes.
Meeting after meeting, without really necessarily putting something on the table. People needs to think of working.
Yeah.
Because it is when you work, then you're able to provide for your family. Actually, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8 says, if a man, a believer, is not able to provide for his own family, he is worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So I would encourage a pastor to start something for his wife, or to do something with his hands. Again, God blesses the works of our hands.
Yes.
So you need to do something. You need to have something that you are doing to be able to attract God's blessing of what you are doing. So working is important.
That is.
I wake up in the morning to write devotions and to research, to write books, because I have a vision of writing 30 books. I've now done 9. So 30 books, so that I can use my experience to share with the people and touch lives. So I want to touch people's lives with what I have. So the vision drives me to wake up early.
Yes.
But if a person does not have a vision, he will sleep up to 6. he will.
And after that, he goes greeting people.
And going to so many meetings that we usually organize as pastors, meeting after meeting,
After meeting.
after meeting, after meeting.
And
And by the end of the day, he's very tired.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has got nothing as has put on the table for his family. So let's as we trust God, let's also work with our hands and use what God has given us, because it's also good to ask yourself, what has God given you?
Yes.
Use what God has given you.
That's
I have a land. I have planted hash trees, avocado trees. I'm in Nairobi, 100 of them. Now they don't need my prayers. They don't need me to be there, just waiting for rain to come.
Yeah.
You know. And after some years, I'll be harvesting some good money from. So pastors need to be creative and do things that will not remove them from the ministry, but also bring in resources into their ministries to help them serve God.
Wow. What a great man, great wisdom, that even as a pastor, you need to check yourself and see what God has given you. You must be having some special gift or some talent which you can start using and then make it to be profiting you and also your family. Your family is looking up to you. Your children are looking up to you. And the ministry you are doing may not necessarily give you anything which can keep you with your family. And so don't exhaust your family by just spending all the time in the house of God. You can also use your talent, use your gift, and you can do something. Our man of God here is writing books, is doing school, is doing farming, is doing a prayer center, is doing many things at his age. Some of us are very young. I think we can do more, and our God can be glorified. This is Encourage a Pastor, and I believe somebody somewhere, you have seen the light that it is very possible, and God will bless you. I am Bishop Sam MAINGI, and before I let my guest go, just look at this camera, man of God, and just give us a parting shot.
Wow. Raising resources is possible by the help of God. Trust God and go for it. Don't sit down. Use what God has given you and trust Him to expand your ministry. But you must know where you are going, because if you don't know where you're going, you cannot get lost. You need to think, you write, and you do. That way you're able to walk and succeed. If you're in the church, use your team. Discuss together, let them own the vision. When they own the vision, work together. Actually, let one of them share the vision, and then let that vision be supported by others.
Amen.
Ownership of vision is very important for you to accomplish anything in ministry.
Amen. What a blessing. Thank you so much, Dr. Nyaga. The conversation continues on Elevate TV. Please don't let it stop. Let's continue talking. Let's continue sharing. Give us some comments on what you're feeling about this, and you will be blessed. Let's meet next time in the same place. This is Encourage a Pastor. I'm your host, Bishop Sam MAINGI. Good night.